Hello everybody. We have with us today Mr. Vishal Anand. He is the founder of Shoolini University and from Collegedunia, a very warm welcome.
Thank you, Rahul.
So, given that you have held key positions at Education Institute throughout your career, what do you think is the most important part of education industry or the sector that keeps you involved with the industry?
See, Rahul, if I see the entire education spectrum today, especially in our country and largely speaking also across the globe, in India today we are the youngest population in the world, and the key focus is how we can engage most of our youth to actually come across and contribute to the entire economy or the entire ecosystem. This is what I believe this decade, the 20s for India is actually a golden opportunity because, we have the youngest population, we have a consumption-based economy, we have a growth story which is very, very strong. Globalization has happened, we are politically stable. So how education plays a major role here is that education provides or enables, it's the biggest enabler, among all tools for the youth of the country to build a beautiful career for themselves and for the country. So the whole idea around building an education career, I've been involved for the last 15 years in this domain. It's purely out of passion. Shoolini University is a missionary organization, a not-for-profit organization. The idea was to enable the young youth who are coming in from across various domains of the country and really, they come from very humble backgrounds with great appetite and really put them across, to the top MNCs, to top research positions, to top global careers in academia and beyond that. So that was the purpose of setting up Shoolini. I'm very happy to share that over the last decade or so, we've been able to, train more than 10,000 young youth. And today I'm so proud that they're doing amazing stuff across the globe. I mean, a lot of our alumni are sitting at top institutions and companies within India and abroad. So that's the real purpose, and that's what keeps you going every day. Every time you receive a compliment or a small message from an student of yours, an alumni, saying that, he's doing this and now he's been promoted or he's now actually sharing a desk with all the top institute guys from across the globe and creating an impact, or he's become a team leader. It gives you so much satisfaction. Some of our people, a lot of our, alumni from the first, I think the second batch exactly. I was in South Korea last year and he pinged me and he said, "Sir, I came in post this thing under a postdoc program which Shoolini sponsored." And then he started a startup there and he's now one of the top 200 startups of South Korea. So he's a normal village boy, came in from very humble backgrounds. And, when you see that success, that's the reason you want to be engaged. And I think if India has any chance to become a global power, traditionally India was, and why it was because of its knowledge index. And that's the only way India can really succeed, become once again the knowledge leader of the world. And that's the way forward. So that's my thought broadly on the entire education spectrum and why it keeps me so engaged.
Awesome, perfect, sir. So I would definitely want to ask, as you are one of the founders of Shoolini University, what is your philosophy of leadership, and how will you, if you had to rate yourself, how will you rate that, sir?
So rating is a tough one. So I believe in a simple philosophy, which is basically the Japanese philosophy, where the leader walks along the entire tribe. So I personally believe the team, everyone is equal. It's a lateral team methodology that I follow. And if the whole team walks a step, it's much superior to one person or a certain members of the team walking 10 steps. So the philosophy is that empower your teams, hire the best talent, set in a mission, set in a goal, don't change the goal, whatever maybe the challenges across the way, and make the entire team walk towards it. So that's how we built Shoolini step by step. When we started Shoolini, people used to laugh at us. It was a humble background. We want to set up education and a research village. Dr. Khosla, who's the brainchild behind this, and also an ex-Oxford professor, his idea was to set up a real research university called the Oxford of the East in the Himalayas. And people said, how will researchers come in? And I still remember we wrote 10,000 odd letters to researchers across the globe and had a beautiful response. And we got postdocs from the entire globe come in and set up the research labs initially at Shoolini. And step by step, in 10 years' time, we rub shoulders with the best in the world. I mean, today, Shoolini's research output is one of the best in the world. That is a fact, documented. So, if you walk step by step, I think no goal is unachievable. And that's how we run our institution. And we believe that culture also inculcates in the entire community. So the students also see it. So students also believe and follow that culture, and that's what makes them successful. A lot of our alumni have done extremely well. I think the reason is that the community, the culture that we create enables them to build a similar scenario for themselves.
Great, sir. What would you say are the Shoolini University's greatest strengths? Or if you would want to talk about rankings that the university has gotten over the years?
Sure. So typically, see, rankings are, yes, an outcome of the work that we do. The key strength of Shoolini is that's a small, specialized, Himalaya-based campus. So the idea behind Shoolini was to set up a 24/7 fully residential campus nestled in the beautiful Kasoli Hills and create an ecosystem and an environment which is really, truly inspiring. So once you do that, the people that join you, the students that come in, the community that you create is truly global. We've had top researchers, top Nobel laureates, 3 Nobel laureates visited us, in the last couple of years. And each one of them are huge compliments. This could be anywhere in the world. This is as good as any global inspiring space that you could create. And what that has enabled is that the entire community is giving unreal results because they have that ecosystem of success, the ecosystem of delivering the best. Core strength, we are, yes, a research-based university. So our key is that, one of the highest patent filers in the country. Students, most patents are filed by students. So students who come to Shoolini typically think innovatively. They are enabled to, take their innovations forward. We have an incubation center. They enable themselves while they are on campus in various domains. And that's what makes Shoolini what it is. Yes, coming to the outcome of, what rankings have been there, Shoolini is consistently on NRF, which is the most credible ranking, on the national platform. We've continuously been ranked among the top 100 to 150 institutes and the universities in the country, which makes us the top 0.2% of the national institutions in the country. Our pharma school consistently ranks among the top 50. So yesterday alone, we ranked actually 39th in the country. There are more than 36,000 pharma schools in the country. Our management school has consistently ranked between top 50 to 75 institutes in the country. So again, a very consistent score there. I'm very happy to share an engineering school. We participated for the first time in NRF in engineering. And we've been ranked actually 3rd in Himachal and we're 112th in India. So again, among the top 1% engineering institutions in the country. So that's a clear outcome. It makes us very happy. It makes our team very happy that we're going towards the right direction. Also, interestingly to tell you, on the global, that's the Gamago ranking, which is a global ranking mechanism followed by the entire global community. Shoolini is one of the youngest universities to fall, in the top category. So we were 532nd there this year, which is phenomenal. We were rubbing shoulders with some of the best universities across the globe. And yes, it is important because ranking ultimately is a thing which tells you that you're on the right direction. So that's the brief about Shoolini on the rankings of the paper.
Definitely, sir. Good to hear that. So if I talk about the upcoming season, if you could give us some pointers about how prepared Shoolini University is for the future and the upcoming seasons.
So yes, Rahul, as you know, that it's a very typical year. It's a disruptive year for most of the industries across the globe. And same is in the education industry, and I think education industry will disrupt itself for good. So Shoolini, just coming to Shoolini as a campus, luckily we had enabled technology about 2 years back. A lot of our programs had a compulsory credit course, which was run online and through our online platform, which was developed by one of our internal teams, which is ROAI. It's an artificial intelligence incubator that we set up within Shoolini. And what it enabled was, as this crisis hit, we could very quickly switch to an online platform and complete the semester on time. Very importantly, no time was wasted. The complete learning was given. Research is going on. We're still publishing our stuff. But going forward, I think it's going to be, yes, it is a challenge, but Shoolini is completely prepared. The great news is that we are in a green zone. Luckily, Kasauli and Solan typically have had no cases of the virus till now. And with the Himachal government managing the situation very well, I see it will remain green. As a campus, we are following very strict measures. The complete SOP has been created in consultation with the government, in consultation with other global universities that partner with us, to how to sanitize and keep the virus away from the community. So we are fully prepared if the government allows us to initiate the campus in August, to physical campus that I mean. And so Shoolini will be a green place, a place we will be working on time, as a physical campus goes. But I understand, in this case and scenario, there could be a scenario that a lot of people are not able to join because of, they maybe are in the containment zone or red zone. So we will also parallelly run the complete e-learning module for students who might join 3 months later or 2 months later as the condition is. So I think what will happen, on a long-term perspective, this is short-term. So short-term, we are all prepared. We will start the session on time. Admissions are happening beautifully. A lot of people are joining us from across India. So we will start the sessions on time, which will be a hybrid model. Some will be online, some will be offline on campus. But going forward, Rahul, how these things will impact is, and I was in a couple of conversations with other global universities and their leaders. The thought that is prevailing is that, it's a beautiful opportunity to actually disrupt the whole system for a, larger good of the society. So just to give you an idea, today our gross enrollment ratio is somewhere around 27-28%. If really India really wants to double it up over the next 10 years, it's an unreal number of institutions and brick and mortar, campuses you need, which is impossible. Nor the government can fund it, no private institution or private corporates can fund it. So the only way we can crack that is to actually go on a hybrid model, where we see the best talent across the globe in academia. Indians are all over the place, whether you go to the Western world, whether you go to the Eastern world, I mean, go anywhere in the world, we've had the top leaders in academia. If we can actually plug them in through a credible platform and have them available to larger audience through an online mode, and parallelly have some component as an offline on-campus mode, this hybrid could really transform India. Because the skill set that the people, really want to learn to become employable. And we don't have time on our side. India just has about a decade to either take off and really become a global leader, or will be again, becoming an aging population after around 15 to 18 years. And then it will take us maybe another 40 years to come back to the same advantage of, the youth that we have today. So I think this is a very unique opportunity for India, and I'm sure the government of India is working towards it to unlock the complete online education module. And I think that will be a game changer. So as long as the skill set can be provided to the students and make them employable, I think there's enough demand and enough energy in the Indian economy to consume all of them and really make them productive and take India to the next level. So that's at least my midterm philosophy on education. I think it will disrupt for good. So the request to students will be ready for the disruption. Don't question it, flow with it. Challenge it every day if it's not going right. But I think that's writing on the wall that it will be more of a hybrid kind of education delivery and learning delivery that we'll see over the years.
Sure, sir. So if I talk about your vision for the university, or how do you see that the challenges you might be facing in the next 10 years for the growth of the university, and how we are planning to grow the university during this time? If you could just share some pointers about that.
So as I mentioned initially, our whole objective of setting up Shoolini was to set up a world-class research, innovation and learning environment nestled in the Himalayas. And that's what we are doing. So we don't want to be a very large institution. What we aim at, or what our real vision is, to be among the top 200 globally. And we are pretty much on track on that. I just told you on Mago ranking, we were actually in the 532nd this year, in less than 10 years. No global campus has actually been able to achieve that feat in such a short time. What's going to happen now? For the next 10 years, our key focus is that we really make Shoolini a globally competitive and a top 200 campus. For that, every parameter, which starts from research to learning deliverables to our perception, has to go up. And as we build that along, there will be challenges, but I'm sure, as I said, one step at a time, we're all ready. We've already proven it. We've we have actually been the best in the world on, our output on research, on our output of a couple of other parameters on innovation. We were the highest patent and technology innovation filers in the country now in less than a decade. So I see no reason, if we consistently keep on delivering, why in the next 3 to 5 years we won't be among the top 200. Just to give you an idea, there are barely 2 or 3 institutions, as you know, in the country which consistently rank among the top 200. IIT Mumbai, ISC, Bangalore are some of them who consistently rank. So we hope we reach that stature. And the idea is to really build that institution. And ultimately, the goal is that, we actually create a corpus through research and patent and innovation, which can actually fund the best minds, among the youth of India or abroad. Now we have, we are an international community. We have a large number of students coming from outside also to come and work in this beautiful Himalayan ecosystem. So that's the thought and vision for Shoolini.
Great. So if I talk about, so if you just want to give some advice to the youth of the future, or even the students who want to join Shoolini, any specific advice you would want to give?
So friends, I can only say this is the best time and the best place to be in the world right now. So don't be, stressed about the situation currently because of the COVID scenario. This is a temporary thing which will pass by, over the next couple of months, and we will forget it, as human mind forgets things very quickly. But what it leaves for India is a huge opportunity. The next decade is India's decade. The growth story that we have today, in most parameters, India will be among the top 3 global economies. So whichever career path you pick, just be honest to it, be an enterprise, think like an enterprise, think to create value beyond the obvious. And there's no reason you won't be super successful. The Indian economy is going to almost go 3x over the next decade. So, that's an astounding growth rate. No one in the world has ever experienced that. So, we have a very promising future, all of us as a young community, especially the students. So, invest in your education. That's the most important thing. That's the only leveler in the world. That's what will take you forward. Be committed and honest, and be optimistic. Enjoy these times. Whatever the stress is, don't be pessimistic about it. Be an optimist. Learn. There's a lot of collaborative online learning that's happening these days. So my clear advice for times today is that be collaborative and share your ideas. So you all have dreams, I'm sure. So share your dreams with your mentors, with your friends, with your colleagues. Today, online world provides us an opportunity to connect with anyone in the world. Seek advice with any senior mentor in the world. So don't keep your ideas to your desk or to your board in your room. Just take them out, write to 40 people online, who are leaders in that space or who are collaborating and thinking on a similar space. I can assure you 80% of people will reply to you. It's just the hesitation of not writing or not going and knocking that door. Once you go knock that door, people will come talk to you. They'll love to mentor you. People want to see other people be successful. So don't hesitate, collaborate, dream, ideate, and take it forward. That's the way to go now. And wish you all guys luck, and hope this situation corrects very quickly. And for future years, India has a beautiful growth story, and all you young guys have a beautiful growth story. So my luck and good wishes to everyone.
Great, sir. It was nice having you on this interview, sir. And I give best of luck to Shoolini University for the upcoming season, sir.
Thank you, Rahul. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Goodbye, everyone.